Oh, I should probably start from the beginning. Hi, my name is Junior. That's my real name, Junior.
Hey, the name's Fino. That's right. F-E-E-N-O. Fino. That's the name.
Hi, I'm Hazel.
Hi, my name is Vicky.
Hi, my name is Sarah.
Oh, the five of us have been best friends since basically forever.
Yeah, we've been friends since we were kids, and we're actually all in the same grade. We graduated high school a couple of weeks ago, so I guess we're not in a grade anymore.
Yeah, we really have been best friends forever. I mean, we all go to different schools, but we all attend the same church, Gracious Baptist Church.
We grew up going to junior church, then we finally made it to the youth group together. I think that's when we really started to become close friends.
Yeah, the youth group is definitely where our friendship started to really grow and where we really bonded. It's crazy how we graduated now and on to adulthood.
Well, it's actually pretty easy for me to imagine myself as an adult. I've always been pretty mature and level-headed for most things in my life.
Of the five of us, I would probably consider myself the leader of the group.
Of our group, I would have to say I am obviously the leader.
Junior and Fino, the leaders, that will be the day.
Yeah, Vicky's definitely the leader of our group. The other guys are way too soft and timid to lead. You know, just saying.
She said I was soft and timid? Well, I mean,
Yeah, definitely Vicky is our leader. She always pushes us to be faithful and be better for God.
If there had to be a leader, it would probably be me, I guess. But I'm perfectly fine giving this role to anyone else, though.
who's the most athletic? I mean, come on. Do I really have to answer the question?
Yeah, Fino isn't as athletic as he'd like to be. He thinks he is, but he's actually not. And that's coming from me.
Yeah, I won't really pretend. Hazel is definitely the athletic one. She plays ultimate, basketball, and she even got second place in the 100-meter run. And Fino is okay, I guess. He finished the race. Barely.
Yes, Hazel is the athletic one. Sarah is very sweet and caring and very book smart. She's probably tutored each of us in at least one subject, but she tends to be a bit clueless at times. And jokes. She doesn't seem to get most of the jokes we say. She usually just pretends to laugh with us. Don't tell her I said that.
I'm not that clueless. I mean, there are things I don't understand, like sports, anime, comics, and video games, and puns. Yeah, I don't really understand puns that much.
Fino is, well, how does one describe Fino? He loves vlogging. He apparently had a pretty decent amount of subscribers on his channel. He always has his camera everywhere he goes and is always trying to give these motivational speeches. Honestly, I'm not the best person to talk about Fino. Oh, and don't ask Hazel about his vlogging. She hates it for some reason.
Don't you get me started on that. You know, I'm mostly a fast person. But his motivational speeches, his vlogging, I understand, I kind of get it's hip at school, he wants to fit in. But when he does his monologue or his motivational speeches,
You see, I'm what you call an influencer. I have over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 people that depend on me for entertainment and motivation to conquer their day. I even have a swipe up option on the gram.
Junior is just your average gamer. He likes all kinds of games, from the phone ones all the way to the computer ones. Yeah, I don't really know what he plays, to be honest.
Yeah, I play anything from RPG games to simulation, open world, and my current favorite, first-person shooters. Man, there's nothing like landing in Verdansk and making it to the inner circle. Oh, it's just absolutely...
Yeah, I never know what he's saying.
Well, you may be asking, why are we talking in front of the camera like this? What even is the point?
Well, our youth pastor, Pastor Jim, asked us if we would be willing to sit in front of a camera and retell some of the highlights of our grade 12 year in high school.
So basically, we'll be telling you the highlights of our past year and how God led us to this very point.
Yeah, when we look back at our senior year of high school, we had a lot of ups and downs. You know, the more that I think about it, I think we had more downs than ups.
Well, I think the best place to start is last summer at teen camp. The theme of the year was whatever it takes. Pastor Jim spent the whole week challenging us to do whatever it takes to stay close to the Lord, even if that meant giving up friends, games, sports, or just anything that might be pulling us away from God.
So the last night of camp, we all made decisions. And on the last day of camp, a few hours before leaving, Vicky called us all together for a meeting.
Wow, what a great week of camp. It always goes by so fast.
Yeah, just the first couple nights are difficult sleeping in the tents, right? But, man, by now, I just want to stay here a couple more days.
I mean, I'm doing alright, but I'm more worried about my followers.
Your what?
My followers on Instagram? I mean, I've got over 200,000 people that rely on me
Rely on you for what?
for daily motivation and inspiration, of course. I mean, I'm an influencer after all.
Well, I'm just gonna slide this in here. But the only thing you influence is pride and vanity. Oh, just kidding, guys. Come on, I wouldn't say that.
Alright guys, listen up. The reason why I've called you guys here is because, well, we're gonna be going home in a couple of hours, and I know we had our testimonies last night and spoke about what God spoke to us about, but there was this one thing that I wasn't able to talk about. Well, I was embarrassed to say it because I've been putting it off for 2 years now, and basically, God's been calling me to start a Bible club. You know, I've been putting it off for so long, and now I'm looking at my last year to do it. And this is my last chance to do something great for God in high school, and I know that this is the best way to do it. So, I want you guys to keep me accountable and to really push me to do this. In fact,
Here we go.
okay, well, I wrote this last night. It's called the Whatever It Takes Pact. It basically gives all 4 of you permission to keep me accountable until I graduate. It gives you permission to ask me personal questions about my spiritual life and know my whereabouts if I'm not at church or at any spiritual event, including espionage.
Espionage?
It means spying.
I know what it means. It's just funny how she said it.
Okay, well, call it whatever you want. I just want you guys to see me sign this as proof that I am serious about my decision. And I was wondering if you guys wanted to join in with me in this pact as well.
Like, we sign it, and you're like our accountability partner?
Well, yeah. For instance, Fino, what did you talk about last night?
Well, I guess I said that I wanted everyone to pray for me, that I would be more faithful to church and teen activities.
Exactly. And what better way to keep your commitment than to give your friends permission to do whatever it takes to encourage you to be faithful?
I mean, I guess.
And Hazel, what did you talk about last night?
I can't remember exactly.
Would you like me to remind you?
No, I think it was something along the lines of wanting to prioritize my Bible reading and prayer life and to put God in front of my sports passions.
Yeah. And Junior?
Yeah, same thing with Bible reading. But specifically, I just want to witness to my friends this year and just be a better example for Christ.
And Sarah?
Well, I've actually always been terrified to go soul winning, and I feel like the Lord is calling me to start to actually go and actually tell people about the Lord.
Okay, well, as you can see, we all have these things that we want to work on this year. And let's just face it, most of us are probably going to fail at keeping these commitments, unless we have somebody pushing us to keep them. Look, if you guys are serious about serving God and keeping your commitments, then won't you do whatever it takes to obey Him?
Not gonna lie, that was a great speech from Vicky. Although I'm pretty sure she found that on the internet somewhere.
Yeah, I'm really glad that Vicky stepped up and challenged us like that. I think we all really want to do better for God, but none of us really want to really take charge like that, or really lead, but that just shows our lack of character, I guess.
Yeah, that was definitely a huge turning point in our lives that day. You know, when we're at camp, we're kind of in our own bubble. All we really do is worship God and hang out with other like-minded Christians. But once we leave camp and we're set in our own lives, there's just so many distractions and we get busy with our own lives and forget what we committed to God at our day at camp.
Yeah, after camp, once we start adding all these activities, sports, for some people, and jobs, friends, it starts to pile up, and it's hard for us to prioritize what's important. That's why I think it's important for us to have the right friends and influences so we can stay on track and live better for God.
After we signed the pact, we all agreed to meet once a week at a park near our favorite bubble tea place to go over our pact we made and to challenge each other to continue living for God.
I think this year I finally realized the importance of having the right kind of friends. If I was going to actually keep my commitments this year, I would need my friends to help me keep them, of course.
Our first meeting together wasn't too bad. We still had a couple weeks before school began, but we could already see that this was going to be a difficult year if we didn't start getting serious right away.
I hit her with a ball.
All right, now that everybody is finally here.
Whoa, hey, it's not my fault, okay? My video just wouldn't upload for some reason.
Anyway, this is our first meeting since camp has ended. Hard to believe it's been a week already. Doesn't it feel longer?
I know, right? It feels like camp was, what, a month ago?
Yeah, and school starts in like 2 weeks, right?
Yes, it does. Now what I'd like to do, let me pull out my notes. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is go around the table and tell everybody how our Bible reading and praying times went this week. Let's start with Hazel.
Hi, my name is Hazel.
Hi, Hazel.
You know what? I've actually been doing pretty good this week. You know, considering that, camp was only a week ago. Although I did miss this morning's devotion. But come on, why do we have these meetings so early anyways?
Early? It's 12 o'clock. It's lunchtime.
Yeah, I'm with Hazel on this one.
What? What time do you guys get up?
Vic, we've been over this. You ain't normal. Breakfast is at 1. Lunch at 6. Dinner, 10 p.m.
So what time do you all go to bed?
For me, usually around 2, maybe 3 a.m.
That seems about
I agree.
right.
Okay, so putting aside everyone's lack of character,
Whoa, hey.
Hey there. Come on.
Just calm down.
I'm just saying, y'all are gonna be struggling when school starts up again.
Don't worry, Vic. Come on, we've been doing this a long time. I think we'll be all right.
Anyways, Sarah, you're next.
Mine was actually really good. And I even did it today.
Yeah, well, I can't really laugh
I'm the same with Hazel on this one.
You see? Thank you. I petition that we have this meeting later in the day. Everyone in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Whatever. How about 2?
How about 3?
3.
Yeah.
You guys are something else. Okay, fine. 3. Okay, let's talk about Fino now.
I mean, I did good as well, although I did miss today and the day after camp. But you see, I have an excuse. I can explain, all right? After we came back from camp, I literally slept for 14 hours straight. If you don't believe me, my mom can attest to it.
Ay, nako. Anyways, well, my devotions were good this week. No mistakes. I even went over my sermon notes from camp and asked God to keep speaking to me throughout the week. Okay, let's go over our commitments that we made from camp. Let's see here. Fino wants to be more faithful to church and teen activities, and Hazel wants to be more faithful with her Bible reading and prayer life, and putting God ahead of her sports passions. Junior wants to witness to his friends more and be a better example for Christ. Sarah wants to start soul winning and tell people about the Lord. And myself to start a Bible club.
Actually, Vicky, I'd like to thank you for putting together this meeting. You really help us push us to work on our commitments. I think I speak on behalf of everyone at this table. Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to thank you too, Vicky. I'm not the most serious for spiritual things, but after this camp, I really want to get closer to God and make an impact my final year in high school.
Well, it's not me you should be thanking. God is the one that has the patience and the mercy to even want to use us. And besides, I can't do this on my own. We need to work as a team if we want to make the most out of this year. Well, I've started to get some curriculum together to teach in the Bible club. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous. I could really use your guys' prayers. I don't want to give up. Do you guys mind if we go around the table and say a quick prayer to ask God to help us with our commitments?
Okie
Okay. I can start.
You know, I thought our first meeting was going to be a little bit awkward, but it actually turned out quite well. I think after we all prayed, it reminded us that we need each other and that we're all in this together.
After we prayed, we hung around for probably like another hour just talking about camp and all that stuff. It was kind of hard to believe this was going to be our last year in high school, and really our last year to just really be kids.
I don't really think any of us wanted to leave the park that day. I mean, we knew in just a couple short weeks we would all get really busy with school, projects. Some of us would even get a job, join the sports team, and just get busy preparing for adulthood.
I certainly wasn't eager for school to begin. As much as I wanted to do something great for God, starting a Bible club was certainly not the most exciting thing I had planned that summer. I tried to act confident and excited in front of my friends, but every time I thought about the day I would have to talk to my principal about wanting to start a Bible club, I started to feel sick to my stomach. Well, eventually school did start, and that dreadful day did finally arrive. I was having trouble concentrating all day. I've been pushing this conversation off for 2 years now, and I can't back down now. This is my last year to try and make a difference in my school.
So, Miss Vicky, what brings you to my office today? It looks to me like you're a star pupil. Did you want some chocolate, perhaps? Or maybe you're one of those band kids selling me more chocolate. No? Is there... Pardon me, I didn't mean to jump into any conclusions. Is there a problem you wanted to discuss? You can talk to me, Vicky. I'm your principal.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. I actually, I want to start a club.
A club? You wanted to start a club? Okay, why didn't you just say so from the start? What club were you thinking of starting?
I want to start a Bible club.
A Bible club. I see, that type of club was the one you're talking about.
Well, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I want it to be a club where others can study the Bible together. I could even answer their questions about life. I could even bring my youth pastor in.
Wait. Slow down there for a second. Let's backtrack. You just said you wanted to bring in your youth pastor? First of all, we're not allowed to have any outsiders into our school premises. So bringing in your youth pastor is already a firm no. And plus, aren't there different clubs in the school that already have the same purpose? The Coexist Club over there in room 207, they accept every single religion out there. So why don't you just merge your little Bible club with them?
Well, I want this club to be different. I want to really focus on the Bible and what it has to say. And I know that God really changed my life that way, and I want others to experience the same thing.
Vicky, I know this probably means a lot to you and your faith, but just think about it. This is going to take a lot of work. On top of running this Bible club, you have your family to take care of, your friends, schoolwork, and everything else that you need before graduation. Is starting this Bible club really the best choice for you? And on top of that, if you really want to have this club, you're gonna need a teacher to support you. You can't just have a club without a meeting room, right? So, have you even thought about that?
No.
I'm gonna have to be frank with you, Vicky. Finding a teacher in this school is gonna be nearly impossible. All of the teachers are already busy marking tests, making new homework for their students. And plus, I don't know a single teacher in this school that's even a bit religious. I mean, if you're really serious about this, all you have to do is fill in this paperwork. But I just have to ask you one last time, are you sure that this is how you want to spend your last year of high school?
Yes, I need to do this. I don't want to talk about that day.
We were praying for her the entire day, but I don't think we realized how nervous she actually was.
Yep, still don't want to talk about that day.
Yeah, she's always so confident and, well, emotionless at times. So it can be hard to read her sometimes.
Even though I was given reluctant permission to start the Bible club, now I'd have to build the courage to start inviting people and actually do it.
Right before Vix went to see her principal, she texted us asking us to pray. So I found a quiet place and asked God to give her the words to say.
After Vicky told us of her meeting with her principal, we all knew it was our time to step up and work on our commitments. And that's where my story continues. If Vicky could confront her principal, then it was my turn to try and witness to my friends. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Hey guys.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Guys, you wouldn't believe it. So, yesterday I was playing, and I got a first place in a solo match.
There's no way. Not you.
Come on, I'm like the one that always carry you guys. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you're right. Remember last time? We had to bring you back like 12 times, and you still didn't make it to the end.
Oh yeah, but like my internet was being weird that day.
Yeah, sure it was. And like all the other days, you still sucked. I'm guessing that was your internet's fault too?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So what was the loadout on the game you supposedly won then?
Well, I didn't get to my loadout till like later in the game. You know, I had trouble getting money.
Probably because you're hiding the whole time.
That's so true.
No, I was just unlucky. You know, I landed too far away from the circle, and you know, couldn't really find many people, so I had to go kind of stealth mode for that game. You know.
Exactly. I bet you were hiding the whole time.
I mean, yeah, of course I was hiding, but only until I got my loadout. That is.
Of course, typical coward.
That's not cowardly. It's being smart and being strategic and having good timing. That's how you win. But anyways, yeah, I'll tell you how it happened. So basically, there were like 5 people left, four other guys other than me, and early on in the game, I picked up an airstrike, right? And I was just waiting, and I was just waiting for someone to pop their head up, and then I saw them, and then clicked it, boom! 3 of them gone. Now it's just me and another guy, and all I have to do is wait for him again, and then I see him pop his head up, bam! And that's how I won. It's great. You should have been there, man.
Mm-hmm. And those were probably the only kills you got the whole game.
Well, like I said, patience and planning is the key to victory.
So you guys playing tonight?
Yep, let's do it.
Oh, actually, I have church with my youth group today. Yeah. You guys should come if you're not doing anything.
Yeah, well, our parents don't really go to church.
Yeah, our family's not religious. We've never even been to church. But what's it like?
Well, we kind of just, talk and play games, have a snack sometimes, and then like have a lesson. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the preaching part doesn't sound too exciting.
Well, you get used to it, and it's pretty fun. My youth pastor is having a series on the end times. It's pretty interesting. He teaches you about all that stuff that's gonna happen, like at the end of time.
Yeah, I heard something about the Bible being about a crazy God that has all these laws and rules, and he kills anybody that doesn't listen to him.
Yeah, I heard like people who don't listen to him, like apparently he sends them to hell and to like burn forever.
Guys, I know there are like a lot of misconceptions out there about God, but like, I don't really know how to say it. But like, all I know is God loves everyone and only wants them to go to heaven.
So, if God really loves us that much, why would he allow bad things to happen in this world today?
Yeah, guys, I'm not really the best one to ask this. If you ask my youth pastor, he'll know for sure. Pastor Jim's a really smart guy. But yeah.
I think I'm good. I don't want to offend you or anything. Like, if that works for you, cool. But I just feel like it's not really for me.
Yeah, I kind of have a lot of homework to do tonight.
I thought you said you were gonna play tonight.
Well, yeah, if I can finish my homework,
Right.
that is. Yeah, like, the priorities, just like
Yeah, I just
once I'm
don't
able to like
get
finish
it.
like the homework and then.
Oh man, that was so bad. I felt so dumb that day for just so many reasons. First, I did not know how to answer those questions that they asked me. And second, I didn't even know the friends that I was hanging out with weren't even Christian, or they didn't even believe in God at all, or didn't even know anything. And I had spent so much time with them up till that point.
That was definitely very encouraging for me to see him follow through on his commitment like that. I was very proud of him.
The way he tells the story makes it sound like it went really bad. But I think it didn't go as bad as you made it sound.
No, it was pretty bad.
Anyways, I guess it's my part of the story now. But yeah, after a few weeks of school, I tried out for my school's AAA track and field team, which I got in, of course. But yeah, first few weeks of track, it was fine, dandy, didn't interrupt with any of the church, any teen activities, it was going great. But I knew the day would come when I had to follow through with my commitment I made at camp and made sure that I kept God ahead of my sports.
Hazel, you beat your time from last week, and your form's getting pretty good.
Thanks, John. Gotta go. Coach is calling me.
I'll meet you at the bus.
Okay, bye.
Really good times today, Jazel. You know, I think we really have a shot at nationals this year. We could even get you a scholarship, you know? Maybe even get into the Olympics too.
Wow, really? You think so?
Yes, I do. But if you didn't mind, I set up a new training schedule for you. Miss Mel is gonna help train you.
Miss Mel? Wait, are you serious? Miss Mel still has the record for school. Oh, okay, cool. I'm so excited. Okay, continue,
Yes,
sorry.
that's right. Miss Mel will take you every Wednesday evening, and I'll take you every Tuesday and Saturday.
Wednesday? Always Wednesday?
Yes.
Evening?
Yes, that's right. Is there a problem?
Well, you see, I kind of have this thing.
A thing?
Yeah, it's hard for me to explain it, but pretty much I made a commitment to be at church by 7 p.m. every week.
Well, Hazel, you see, if I were you, I would reschedule that thing. You see, Miss Mel doesn't make her way out for anyone, you know. She's a big shot in the city, and if she says we do Wednesday, we do Wednesday. Besides, this could set you up for a really good future, too. Are you gonna throw all that away for some church thing on Wednesday evenings? Look, I respect the fact that you go on Sunday mornings and Sunday evenings to church. But don't you think God wants you to invest in yourself, too?
Yes, Coach.
All right, any further questions?
No, Coach.
All right, I'll see you next week.
Okay.
Anyways, we don't have to talk about that right now. Let's move on with the other part of the story first, you know. We wouldn't want me to take up all the time now, would we?
I mean, I know her pain. When you're as skilled as we are in sports, it's just too hard to say no.
Did I mention Fino wasn't that good at sports?
Unfortunately, I did choose to miss a few Wednesdays here and there to practice with Miss Mel, but I mean, how could I not? She's Miss Mel, a legendary gold medalist. But, you know, it was hard to say no. If only it wasn't on a Wednesday, my life would have been perfect.
Yeah, that was a real struggle for Hazel. I can't personally relate with her on this matter, but I made sure to keep encouraging her to make the right decisions, and I prayed for her a lot.
Yeah, Vicky was a great support during that time. She knew I wouldn't, you know, always make the right decisions, but she was always there to push me to make the right decision the next time the opportunity came around. I mean, I might have snapped at her a few times, here and there. No biggie, though. I don't think she took it personally.
A few times. Well, I may have been a little pushy at times, but we always knew we loved each other.
Oh no, is it my turn next? Wait, is it my turn? Well, you see, I made a decision at camp to go soul winning every Saturday with our church. And if you're watching this and you don't know what soul winning is, it's basically going door to door and inviting people to our church and telling them about Jesus and getting them started on a Bible study. Anyways, as soon as we got back from camp, I went soul winning with Vicky every Saturday. And I started out as her assistant, writing down the addresses of the houses we visited and writing down the people that were interested. So the day finally came where I had to do the talking. Yeah, talking to complete strangers. And let me say, I was terrified.
Okay, Sarah, just remember.
It's okay, Vix. I got this. I've seen you do it 100 times, and plus, I've got the Holy Spirit with me.
That's right. Well, I'm here if you need me.
Okay. Hi. We're neighbors from Gracious Baptist Church, and we're going around the neighborhood giving out invitations. May I give you one?
No thanks.
Okay, have a good day. That was a great day for me. Oh, I can't believe I actually did it. My heart was racing. My thoughts were pounding. Wait. My heart was pounding. My thoughts were racing. You see, I get so excited just thinking about that day. I made a decision at camp and I stuck to it. I overcame my fears. You know what's even better? I conquered my fears. And you know what's even better? I embraced my fears.
Okay, hold on. Is that actually what you said happened? Let's be clear about something. That is not what happened. Let me tell you what actually happened. You're gonna do just fine, Sarah.
Yeah, I know. Just don't overthink it, trust in the Lord. You just make it sound so easy.
All right, you got this.
Yeah, stop saying that. You're just making it worse.
I'm just trying to help. Do you want me to knock for you? All right, here we go.
Please don't open the door. 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 Please, 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 please.
Sarah.
Can I help you?
I'm sorry about that. This was her first time talking to a stranger like this. We are your neighbors from Gracious Baptist Church, and we are here to invite you to join us in church this Sunday. May I give you an invitation?
No thanks.
I can do the talking for the rest of the day if you want.
Really? Oh, thank you! I don't think I can ever do that again. All right, let's go to the next house.
One step at a time. One step at a time.
Okay, so maybe it didn't go quite like I imagined it to be, but it was a turning point in my life.
Yeah, putting aside her imagination, it was a real turning point for her. It definitely gave her that confidence boost she needed.
Oh, that story? Yeah, I've heard them argue over that for like so long about just what happened about that day. Man, but I think we all know it. Vicky's version is right. She hardly ever changes her version of the stories. Sarah on the other hand, well, let's just say her version of the story has evolved, you could say, over the couple months.
Well, I guess it's my turn next. My decision at camp was to simply be more faithful to church and activities. That seemed like an easy task. That is, until this one day on my way home from school.
Yo, I can't believe we're in grade 12 already. Like in 4 months, we're gonna have the time of our lives, yo. Like, dry grad is gonna be solid.
Oh man, I totally forgot about that. I forgot to hand in my ticket. Man, Miss Brownson is really gonna flame me for handing this one in late. Bro, I've handed everything in late. And I've already had to pay extra for those. I've already handed in my grad quote late, my prom ticket late, and my commencement invitees list late.
You should probably get that figured out, man.
Bro, late submissions are the last thing you need to worry about. Like, you gotta fill out the grad bucket list, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, we already have everything done, I guess. We've dressed up for every spirit day. We have our grad prank. I mean, what else are we missing?
I mean, are you that eager to get stuffed into a locker before you throw the tassel?
Bro, these muscles are no way gonna get inside those lockers. You know, I'm excited for the chicas and the señoritos, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, don't even pretend like you passed Spanish class, bro. It's señoritas.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna go to prom. I mean, I don't even have anyone to take.
Bro, stall line. That's what they all say, bro. So the last time a person confessed to your love, it was just for a TikTok.
Bro, many ways, bro. What he means is that you should probably keep an open mind. You never know. The girl of your dreams might be just around the corner, waiting for a spectacularly average guy like you.
Yo, that's kind of mean. But anyways, like, if you don't mind a lazy eye, I got some recommendations, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I've been down that road before. Lack of eye contact killed me.
Oh, wait. Speaking of that, we should probably start walking a little faster because I still haven't done our DNA project yet.
Bro, homework? Imagine doing homework? Bro, I haven't even started it out yet.
Whoa, that's due tomorrow?
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I left my stuff at school. You know what, you guys go on ahead. I'll catch up later.
All right, peace.
All right.
Pino? Wait. Hey, Pino, it's been a while.
Oh, hey, Christina. I mean, yeah, I was sick the last couple of days, so I missed Hoover's class.
Oh, I can help you with the logarithms unit if you want. I have nothing to do tomorrow.
I mean, thanks for the offer, but, you know, I got photography club tomorrow. You know, we got to meet that yearbook deadline.
Yeah, well, what camera do you have?
Oh, don't even get me started on the camera. Okay, initially, I bought and used a Nikon D5 for my youth pastor to film videos for the youth camp. But then, you know, it's just been the greatest thing to ever grace my hands. I mean, the frame is just, it's full frame, and the colors are so vibrant and raw, and the ISO and the aperture and the bokeh is just so creamy. Oh, but I mean, you probably don't care.
Yeah, well, I actually went to summer camp once, but I fell asleep during one of the sermons, but you know, no one even noticed, so it was fine. And yeah, your setup is pretty nice, and I was actually planning on joining the photography club, but you know, not trying to make anyone feel bad.
Shouldn't you feel bad? I mean, falling asleep in the sermon? Shame, shame.
Yeah, well, as long as I don't meet the pastor, I think I'm fine. And what I meant about not wanting to make anyone feel bad was that the only lens my dad bought me was actually the 2.8 Nikon 24 to 70mm lens to make up for not being there.
Oh, what? Oh, the 2.8 Nikon AF-S 24 to 70mm? That lens is over $2,000. Oh, I didn't even know you owned a DSLR. Oh, you gotta let me try it out sometime.
I would, but would I really lend it to the guy that recommended me the Skittles McFlurry?
No. You gotta specify. Not just the Skittle McFlurry. It's a triple caramel Skittle McFlurry with 3 pumps of vanilla, extra sugar, and crushed ice.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would ever remember that.
I mean, I remember that.
Okay, well, I don't think I would. So, do you want to come with me to McDonald's and help me order it?
I mean, I guess it's the least I could do for my future logarithms tutor. But you know, you should put your hair up in a donut bun so that you look more the part of a dusty substitute.
Well, I think you should get acquainted with lotion because I can do 3 rounds of tic-tac-toe in your arms.
Whoa. You're getting a little bit comfortable with the roast now, are we? Considering I don't even have your socials.
Okay, buddy, speak for yourself. You don't even follow me back.
I didn't? Well, would you forgive me if I asked for your number?
Well, think about it.
Nothing really happened on that day. It was just the first time I'd seen Christina in a while.
I don't care what Fino says. Whatever did or did not happen that day, he's certainly changed.
Yeah, after that day, Fino started to act a little bit weird around us. It was not that noticeable at first, so no one really said anything. But after a couple of weeks, it started to get much more noticeable.
I don't know what they're talking about. Nothing changed on that day.
He was so smitten. It was disgusting. I mean, he would text during our meetings, and he would start texting during teen class, which is a big no-no. Pastor Jim, dressed. But, yeah, I noticed. We all noticed.
Yeah, it was during that time he started to become late for meetings and services, and he even started to miss a couple here and there. We knew something was up, but we didn't really realize it was a girl until later on.
Okay, so I may have started to build feelings for her, but they were just on a friendship level. At first, anyway. Enough about me. Who's next?
Well, not much happened over the next couple months, Well, nothing specific, that is. Some of us started to miss our weekly meetings for various reasons. Work, sports, homework, other things. I could sense we were starting to drift apart, slowly, especially as graduation and adulthood started to appear on the horizon.
Okay, so I was like in the gulag, and then I killed him
Uh-huh.
with a rock, and then I was heading straight for the airport, right? And
What are you guys talking about?
the new game I've been playing.
He actually spent money to buy an outfit for his avatar.
Okay, well, I did spend money, but hey, where's Fino actually?
Nice subject change. But good question. Where is Fino? He missed the last 3 meetings now.
Who knows? He's probably making a vlog or something.
I mean, do any of you guys even watch his vlogs or follow his channel?
I do, but like, I'd rather watch.
Other people play video games?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I don't understand. Like, who does that?
Anyway, we'll just start without him again. So, it hasn't been the best month for us, has it? Remember, we each signed a pact that allowed us to keep each other accountable. So I've been keeping track of our attendance at church, teen activities, and other things.
I don't know whether to be impressed or like creeped out.
Be impressed. Well, Junior, I guess we'll start with you. Your attendance to teen class and church has dropped about 18.9% in the past month. However, you've attended all teen activities since the end of camp.
That's weird. That percentage. Anyways, I've been busy.
Well, how has your Bible reading been?
It's been okay. I missed a couple days, but it's fine for the most part. I've been writing in my devotional journal too. Not every day, but yeah.
Junior, we're seniors. You said you were gonna level up this year spiritually, but it doesn't seem like that's even happening. But enough of that. Let's talk about Sarah. Your church attendance hasn't dropped, or even your teen class attendance, but you've only attended one activity since camp ended. What's up?
Well, I actually have a legitimate excuse. I tell Pastor Jim every time that I don't have a ride. I live like super far.
Well, you live like 55 meters away? I searched it up. I'm certain.
You mean 55 kilometers?
It's like the same thing.
No, Junior, there is 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So technically, if you meant meters, she lives 55,000 meters away from the church.
Yeah. I failed the last test. You know that, right?
Oh, Junior, you know I can tutor you anytime you want.
Okay, so Sarah lives 55,000 meters away and has seen her attendance at Soul Winning drop by 42%. And don't say you don't have a ride. I've seen your older sister and brother come a couple of times without you.
Well, you see, Saturday is my only day to sleep in. And, you know, it just happens by accident sometimes.
Well, what about your commitment to talk at the door?
I just keep thinking, next Saturday I'll go.
You know, it's hard to improve when you're not there.
Vix, you need a little bit more compassion. We've all have our struggles, right? Are you perfect? Do you have perfect attendance too?
Well, of course she does. How else would she know if we miss any classes or services?
As a matter of fact, I did miss 2 teen classes and 1 evening service. One was because the bus never came, and yeah. Well, I do have updates on my Bible club.
Oh yeah? And how's that been? I bet you already have half the school attending your club by now.
Actually, no. It's just been these 2 other kids who go to a different denomination church, and I guess just 1 or 2 visitors. Well, every time I have this feeling of being rejected by them, and I go home feeling like a loser. It's just so hard. But then I remember the disciples and how they counted it joy to suffer persecution. Well, I'm not being persecuted, but I can still count in joy to serve God somehow. What about you, Hazel? It says on my chart that you've missed a few Wednesday classes, and when you do come, it's usually pretty late.
Yeah, because of practice. I mean, I love to go to church, but practice is kind of runs late after school, and I just can't figure out my priorities right now. I mean, this is my last year to play in sports. I make it to most of the Wednesday services, at least.
But you're always so tired and falling asleep, even during the game time of class.
Yeah, I know. Just pray for me for wisdom and courage that I'll be able to do the right thing.
Hey! Here you go.
Hey, you actually made it today. Late, but better than ever. Where have you been?
I just lost track of time, sorry.
What about the last few meetings?
I just forgot, sorry. Where's my phone?
Here, I'll call for you on my phone. My new phone.
Show off.
You're just jealous.
Anyways, let's talk about Fino.
Talk about me? What about me? How amazing I am? Or maybe my new skincare routine. No, my pores just look amazing.
They do actually. What have you been using?
Guys.
I just got a combination of a new natural product and natural high-end product. Actually, I just got sent a PR box last week of a new natural skincare product with no phthalates, no parabens, no artificial coloring.
Oh, you have to tell me what brand it is.
Guys.
Of course, I'll send you a sample. I mean, of course, our pigments are quite different, so what works for me might not work for you. But, just try it out for a few days, see how it
Guys,
works.
Vicky's trying to talk.
Oh, sorry, Vicky. You should probably stand up next time when you're talking.
I am standing.
Awkward. Oh, right. Sorry, Vix.
Fino, you've missed our last 3 meetings, and your church attendance has dropped 61%. That's the most out of all of us. What's going on?
Well, I just lost track of time.
Every time?
Something like that.
Okay, well, don't forget your commitment, guys. We all made a pact to do whatever it takes to grow closer to God and to grow spiritually. Whatever it takes is a little hard when real life comes around. But it's also hard when we start deprioritizing important things like church, Wednesday classes, and devotions. We need to keep going at it.
You're right, Vicky. Thanks for always encouraging us.
And thank you guys for always coming. It's very encouraging for me. We should close in prayer and ask God for strength this week. Who wants to start?
Oh, I can. Unfortunately, Fino's attitude didn't improve much after that meeting. Not that any of us are perfect, it was just that his attitude was just a little bit more noticeable.
At camp, we all agreed to sign a pact, to give us permission to do whatever it takes to keep us on track with God. Including espionage.
Yeah, I don't know why they think espionage is such a funny word. Anyway, we decided to try and follow Fino to see what he was up to. Maybe we could find out why he was being so distant. Maybe it could help us pray for him better.
Oh, the time we espionaged on Fino? Yeah, that was interesting, you could say. We dressed up and tried to hide our identity a little better, although I think it made us stand out a lot. But it was fun.
After camp, we all decided to put trackers on our phones, just so we know where everyone is and where we are. It was just another way for us to keep each other accountable.
and it seemed as if he was meeting up with some friends, probably from school, but it did seem like he was especially paying attention to this specific girl, if you know what I mean. So at our next meeting, we volunteered Junior to go talk to Fino, see if he would open up, get him to open up. Little bro, little guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to talk to Fino, but seeing as I was the only other guy in the group, I guess it just made sense. He wasn't really responding to my texts, so I just decided to show up at his house one day. His mom let me in. I used to do that all the time anyway, so I figured it might be the best way. Hey, how you doing?
Junior? What are you doing here?
Oh, well, your mom let me in. Do you mind if I come in?
I mean, alright.
Yeah. Wow. So, this is what your vlogging room is like. I didn't know so much effort and time went into vlogging.
Well, it can be taxing at times, but it's not for me. It's for the fans, you know?
Right. So, you, making any friends at school? How's school been?
Like at school? I mean, I guess there are some people I talk to a bit, but not much. Why do you ask?
Oh, just, curious, yeah.
Just curious?
Whoa, no need to be so defensive.
I'm not being defensive.
Well, you crossed your arms there, and I read an article that said crossing your arms is an indicator that a person is being defensive.
Well, I always cross my arms.
You never cross your arms.
Well, lately I have been.
Look, we were walking down the street and we saw you with some of your friends and a girl.
What? When and where was this?
Oh, well, this is last Friday. We were just walking down near the West Park.
The West Park? You guys never go there. Why were you there?
Well, I could ask you the same thing.
You guys were spying on me, weren't you?
No, well, not spying. It was more like observing. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I missed a couple meetings and you guys start spying?
Well, you gave us permission on the pact that we signed, remember?
Look, I'm good, okay? I haven't abandoned you guys. I've just been a little bit busy.
Yeah, busy. All right.
Yeah, I mean, just with different things and just with life.
Yeah, does a certain girl have anything to do with you being busy?
This girl, she's nice, okay? And she's smart. And she's funny, and not to mention she's pretty attractive too.
I don't know if attractive is really the right word for her.
Come on, that's because you like ugly girls.
Well, whatever. You know the question I'm about to ask you right now.
So, how's the new game you've been playing? Okay. She's not a Christian. She doesn't go to church, and she's not saved. But I'm sure that she'll come to church with me one day, and she'll get saved.
I think, you not telling us this is reason enough for you to know that this is not the right thing that you should be doing.
Listen, it didn't start out like this, okay? I've known Christine for a couple years, and we just started hanging out, and eventually she introduced me to her vlogging friends, and when I found out they were starting a YouTube channel, and eventually, I mean, obviously we hit it off, and eventually we started hanging out more and talking about video ideas, and eventually we started hanging out on the days that we had meetings, and you know, one thing led to another, and I mean, now we've been talking a lot.
Look, man, we've been friends forever. You can tell us these things.
You know, Vicky, man, once she finds out, she'll be all over me.
Look, man, I'll take care of Vicky, but in the meanwhile, just really think about your relationship with this girl. Like, is she going to be pulling you closer to God or farther away?
Well, just pray for me, okay?
Yeah, all right. Well, let's pray. I could use some prayer too. That confrontation actually went better than I expected, yeah. Turns out Fino wanted to tell us, but he was just too embarrassed to.
Well, things did kind of start getting better for Fino eventually, but as for the rest of us, let's just say things started falling apart.
Yeah, and I finally got a job tutoring some kids in math.
This new video game that came out, oh, it was so good. Oh man, you don't even know how good it is.
I mean, my track and field team was headed off to nationals, which obviously meant a busier schedule.
And, well, Christina was still very much in my life.
Between graduation, jobs, projects, friends, video games, girlfriends, sports, and even church, we just got so busy we started to drift apart. Not just from each other, but rather from God.
Lord, I don't know what to do. We made a commitment to follow you, but it's just so hard to stay faithful at times. I know this world is not supposed to be our home, but at times it feels so comfortable. I know we're supposed to deny our flesh, but sometimes the flesh is weak. I know we're supposed to resist temptation, but some temptations are just hard to resist. Lord, it seems we are slowly slipping away from you, and I'm not sure how to prevent them from falling any further. Please, Lord, do whatever it takes to keep us in close fellowship with you.
That was definitely a low point for me. I was this close from quitting my Bible club. I was so discouraged. I felt like I was the only one trying to make a difference. I felt like the only one in my entire school that loved God. I felt like Elijah after running for his life from Jezebel. He goes and hides on a mountain. Then God comes to him in this still small voice and asks him, "What are you doing here?" His response, oh wait, I got it on my phone actually. Just find it. Right here. Elijah tells God, "I've been very jealous for the Lord God of hosts, because the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thine altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away." Then God responds by saying, "You're not alone. There are still 7,000 people which have not bowed unto Baal." But what God tells Elijah to do next is crazy. The reason it's crazy is because it relates so much to what happens next in our life.
Okay, so what happens next is pretty cool. Apparently, Vicky had been reading this chapter in Elijah for like a month. just trying to figure out what to do next. She was feeling really discouraged and alone, like Elijah. But she kept getting stuck on what God told Elijah to do next.
Apparently, in the very next verse, after Elijah explained to God that he felt alone, immediately God told him to... I'll just read it to you. Okay, it says in 1 Kings 19:15, "And the Lord said unto him, Go return on thy way to the wilderness of Damascus, and when thou comest, anoint Hazael to be king over Syria."
So apparently, Vicky kept asking God, "What is my wilderness?" God told Elijah to go to the wilderness to anoint some guy king. But Lord, what do I do? What is my wilderness? She thought she was supposed to get the 5 of us back to camp somehow to renew our vows. But that was kind of hard to do since none of us really drive.
Now, I didn't realize this till later, but later that month, we had this teen activity scheduled to go hiking in the wilderness. Now, I didn't think much of it because the last couple activities we had, most of the squad didn't even show up. But to my surprise, all 5 of us actually showed up to the activity. That was enough to lift my spirits. But most of them seemed like they made themselves go, like they didn't want to be there, but they felt obligated to go. At least that's how they appeared to me.
I did want to go, but I was just so tired from my practices and projects I had at school that I just wanted to be home in bed.
Yeah, well, Christina went away for the weekend, so I finally had a free day to go to the activity. I know, that's a terrible reason, but that's the truth.
And I didn't have to tutor, which is kind of nice. And my brother finally gave me a ride since I live pretty far away from church.
I actually wanted to go to the activity. I enjoy the outdoors, surprisingly. Anyway, God had definitely orchestrated all of us to be there that day. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say this was Vicky's wilderness she was praying for.
So the activity started out normal. Pastor Jim took our cell phones to remove distraction, and so we couldn't access Google. We started hiking, saw some trees. I vlogged a bit. Junior was trying to keep mosquitoes off of him. Hazel was leading the pack. Vicky seemed a little off, and Sarah acted like she'd never been outdoors before. So everything seemed normal.
Yeah, and Fino kept cleaning his shoes like every 5 seconds. Like, it's a hiking trip. Come on, like, be prepared.
Haters, they're gonna hate.
Pastor Jim had this great idea to have a scavenger hunt in the wilderness, out of all places. So he split the youth group into 2 teams, the 5 seniors against everyone else. And he made a list of items to find in the wilderness, and the first team to get all those items back to him would win a prize. And knowing him, it was probably a $5 gift card.
So Hazel grabbed the list and immediately took charge. Normally Vicky would, but she seemed off that day. Hazel took us off the trails, and she said she knew the area and could find north and south based on the sun. I don't know how that works, but she ended up getting us lost. If you ask me, I should have been in charge. Playing video games has really helped out my sense of direction and sharpened my leadership skills, and I would have just been so capable of bringing our group together and leading us out of that forest.
We were not lost. I repeat, we were not lost. If Fino didn't run out of breath every 10 seconds and pull out his camera to be like, "Welcome back to my channel. I'm back." Ugh, who does that? There was just too many distractions, and I wouldn't have lost track of time or where we were if it wasn't for that.
Haters gonna hate.
And that's when it happened.
I cannot believe this. We're sweaty, we're lost, we're
Hungry?
You're always thinking about food.
You're so snappy.
I can't believe Pastor Jim took our phones. Like, it would be so much easier to find everyone right now.
Why did he take our phones again?
It was something about making it harder to find the clues or something. I don't know.
Oh, that reminds me. Gotta do a vlog. What's up, guys? Fino here, back at it again with another vlog. Sorry, the quality's a little bit lower. I'm on my spare phone today. That's only because we're in the middle of the...
Whoa, Vicky!
Chill!
Calm down.
Vicky, what was that for?
You always have time for your guys and no time for us.
Well, you're always up in our cases when no one asked you to be.
Okay, guys, come on. Let's calm down and relax.
You relax. I'm thrilled.
Okay, what are you shits about? Your manicure, your hair, your glasses.
Guys,
what do you
guys,
want?
girls.
Okay, at least my face is natural. What's the matter, Junior? Are you regretting coming today because you're missing some video game competition?
Vicky?
No, he's probably just missing his anime figurine sale.
You know what? You know what, Little Miss Perfect? Get off our backs. It's not like you're all that.
Yeah, you're always like micromanaging our lives.
But we signed a pact. I wouldn't have to be on your guys' cases if you guys just tried.
Well, we are trying. I'm trying so hard.
Sarah, come on, back.
Guys. Oh, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Did I break your nose?
No, it's fine.
So, did everyone turn their phones in?
I mean, apart from my vlogging phone. I
Yeah.
guess.
It's kind of nice here.
Yeah. It is kind of nice.
I mean, all we need now is some boba, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some boba.
If I had my phone, I could totally order Skip the Dishes right now.
I'm sorry about your camera, Fino. I could buy you a new one if you want.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. It's waterproof and shockproof. And no offense, you don't throw very hard.
No offense taken. Oh, it's the first time we've all been together for a long time.
Yeah, it's been like, what, 2 weeks since our last meeting?
Almost a month ago since we were all together. The next time, only some of us came. And the next 2 times, nobody showed up.
Well, I'm sure some of us called ahead of time. Like, right? You guys texted her before not coming?
No, it was just you. All 3 times.
Seems to be y'all.
You know, I feel like we've grown apart. All our priorities have shifted from God, our commitments, and spiritual things to everything else, whether they're important or not. I mean, I know schoolwork is important and having fun in our last high school year, but I've never wanted to quit trying so much as these past couple weeks, you know. Did you know nobody came to my Bible club yet? The first day, I bought pizza and I handed out hundreds of flyers, but nobody came. And on that same day, we were all supposed to meet, but nobody showed up. You know, I mean, I know you guys are busy, and yeah, but it just added on to my sad day.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Vicky. I know that must have been a rough day for you, and we really weren't there for you like we should have been. And you know, you're right. I've really been more obsessed with getting followers instead of being a follower of Jesus Christ or leading my followers to Christ. And you know, it's just been cool for me to be getting sponsorships and brand deals, but instead I've lost sight of what's really important. And you know, I've just been distracted, and especially since, well, my girlfriend.
Yeah, I can relate.
Excuse me?
Not the girlfriend part. There's, whatever. I just haven't been feeling like I want to read my Bible or pray, and I've just been content, you know, playing games and talking to friends online.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Recently, I've been really struggling with my Bible reading and praying, like really, really praying. It's just getting so hard to prioritize church and
still struggling to figure out, church versus my passion for sports. Church is really important to me, but it's my last year of sports and I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah, and I told myself that I would go soul winning, like actually go to church, but it's just been so hard trying to balance everything and all the clubs I'm doing, and it's just so hard that by the time Saturday comes, I'm just so tired and I don't even want to get up.
Yeah, we've gotten really off track, guys.
Maybe that's God's plan for us. All of this happened just so we could get back on track.
Yeah, I agree. I think God wanted this to happen.
Do you think God will let us try again? I mean, I've been failing so much, and I've also been ignoring God telling me to wake up on Saturdays, but I don't even want to anymore.
Well, if I remember correctly, Pastor Stan preached a message that God forgives and God is a God of many chances.
I think I know what I need to do. We need to get back to doing whatever it takes to serve Jesus and to fulfill our commitments.
If we want to make a lasting impact, we need to. Vicky, we give you rights to just micromanage my life.
Yeah, me too.
Ditto.
Yeah, and sorry about how I said it earlier, but I guess I give you permission to micromanage my life too.
Guys, we're supposed to micromanage each other. We're all in this together. I'm so happy that I could burst.
Thanks for leading by example, Vix, and sorry we haven't been there for you as much as we should have.
Get in this hug. Oh, I'm so sweating.
Girls, man, you're so touchy-feely.
Yeah.
We good, right?
You want a hug? I know you want a hug.
Okay, don't touch me. Is that a phone?
Phone?
It's coming from your bag, Sarah. Oh, what?
Wait, Pastor Jim.
Oh!
Oh, it is Pastor Jim! I really thought I handed my phone in.
Oh, well, we're safe.
Answer your phone.
Oh, right. Hello? Oh, hi, Pastor Jim. Yeah, about that. I forgot to hand my phone in. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, the south entrance? Okay. I think I got it. Yeah? Uh-huh. Okay, thank you. Bye. Well, obviously, this time, not obeying the rules actually paid off, right, guys?
Yeah.
Did he say south entrance?
Yeah.
I think I remember a sign for that. Back there.
Okay, cool.
What are you doing, Sarah?
Ordering boba.
Oh.
Order one for me too.
Okay.
Order one for everyone. I'll pay for it.
Right.
Hey guys, before we go, we should pray first and rededicate ourselves to our commitments.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah, already so distracted. I'm just teasing. I'll pray. Heavenly Father, I would just like to thank you for allowing this little mishap to happen, Father. I just want to thank you for all of these great friends that I have here. I just pray that you would help us to renew our commitments to you and just give us the strength to do whatever it takes to follow you through any hardships, Father. I pray that you would be with us as we leave this place, that you would just give us strength and courage. And we thank you for all that you've done for us. And I pray this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Let's have again.
That was really good.
So, okay, calm down.
That was quite a day.
It was so relieving to finally meet up with the others.
I guess the adrenaline of our arguing, making up, and then running to the south entrance really made that last 2 kilometers go by quick.
I felt bad for Fino. He was barely moving by the time we got back to the bus.
She said that? I don't know what she's talking about.
It was such a hard day at first, but it turned out to be an amazing day by the end.
We were revived, and our determination to keep our commitments was renewed. I mean, it was a huge turning point in all of our lives. I mean, at least it was for me. I can't speak on the others' behalf, but I knew what I had to do now. You know, it might have been one of the hard decisions I've ever had to do in my short life, but I wanted to do whatever it took to keep Jesus as my first priority.
Can I talk to you, Coach?
Sure, what's up?
I have something to tell you. I don't know exactly how to say this properly, but
Sure, Hazel, anything for you. You know, you're the reason we made it so far this season. What, you need some time off?
something like that. Yeah, I guess you could say.
Well, I hope it's not too much time off. We have a very important meet coming up soon.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. As you can see, you know, you're a great coach. You're the best coach. You're the best I've ever had. My favorite. That's why it's so hard for me to say this. Well, you see, Coach, I'm quitting the team. And I know we're so far in the season, and I know we worked so hard to get here. But I finally came to the decision that disappointing my teammates isn't as bad as disappointing God. And as long as I can remember, I've always made God a second priority, and I always put sports first. But, you know, from now on, I want to try to put God as my first priority. And it may not make entire sense to you, but it's important to me for me to do this.
Well, of course I'm disappointed. And you know what? I think the team will be disappointed too. You know, I've noticed your off days are on Wednesdays, and I'm guessing those are the days that you have church.
Yeah.
Well, you seem pretty certain about this. Are you gonna run this meet at least?
Yeah, I'm on today's meet. I'll tell the team afterwards. You know, Coach, if we didn't have practices or the meets on Wednesdays, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Well, you know, if I could change the dates, I would.
You may not be a religious person. That's all right. God still loves you. You can visit our church anytime.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna really work out for me. You know, me and him don't really see eye to eye, but you know what? Works for you. You're a good kid with a good heart.
Yeah, that's because I get Jesus in my heart. You know, when you guys make the nationals, when, not if, I'll be there to cheer you guys on.
Thanks, but you know, without you, it's gonna be really hard to get there.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a plea for me to stay.
I'll let you decide that one.
I'll take it as both, I guess. Gotta go. My mom's waiting for me in the car.
All right, see you later tonight then.
We were really proud of Hazel. The sports were super important to her, so we rallied around her with, of course, bubble tea and food.
The girls slept over at her house, and we watched some weird YouTube videos, and even had a Bible study before breakfast.
It was so hard. I cried on and off to the girls the entire night. But deep down, I was filled with peace. And I guess you could say contentment. I'm so glad the girls were there for me. Even the guys too. They came the very next day. You know, they brought food. They brought boba. It was good. I'm gonna start crying.
When she opened her door, it was so weird. She started crying over the boba. Like, girls crying makes me so uncomfortable.
I think Junior wanted to leave. Fino was quite compassionate though. Brought her tissues and just listened to her rant about the whole situation.
What can I say? My days as an influencer paid off.
Well, Hazel's decision was difficult, but Fino's may have been really hard.
Once I saw how hard it was for Hazel to make that decision, it almost made me back down on what I needed to do. It was definitely the hardest thing I'd ever done in my life. It's like Pastor Jim always warned us. If you invest your heart into a relationship that's not according to God's will or time, you'll definitely get heartbroken.
So, how are things with you and Christine now?
Yeah, bro, you gotta tell us the details, man. Say, have you gone in for the little smoochy?
No, it's nothing like that, guys. I mean, the most we've done is hold hands help her up after she tripped.
Oh, holding hands? I like that. Why are you sure she didn't trip on purpose? Because you know how girls are.
I mean, does he though?
I don't know, you guys. I feel like things just aren't working out.
What makes you say that, though?
I feel like beauty and chemistry aside, we just aren't chasing after the same thing.
What you mean, like college?
No, not like that. She doesn't have the same passion for Jesus. In fact, she hardly even knows anything about God.
I mean, maybe you can teach her all those things about God.
All right, hold on. Just for a quick minute, I might have to humble you real quick. Pull out your phone. Now look at her. Look at her face, yo. And now, look at you, bro. Yo, you are way out of her league, man. You should be thankful she even likes you.
Listen, my mom told me to clean up the house, so I'll meet up and play PUBG with you guys later.
All right. Peace.
See ya. God, give me strength for what I need to do. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Fifi.
Can I come over to your house? I'll bring some ice cream.
Right now, but it's
Please.
7 p.m.
It's important. McDonald's has a new ice cream cone.
Sounds more like you. Well, see you then.
Sure.
So, what's on your mind?
I need to give this back to you.
But I gave him to you for a reason.
I'm sorry. You haven't done anything wrong. But I just can't stay in this relationship.
Why? Is it because of college? Because you know we can FaceTime, we can call, we can meet up once in a while. You don't live that far away from me.
It's not because of that. Listen, I just want you to know that I truly care about you, and I'm grateful for everything that you've taught me.
I don't understand why you're saying that. I'm trying to be your everything.
That's just it. You can't be my everything. Because Jesus has to be.
I don't understand why you're saying this. I've been listening to those Christian songs you send me. I've been watching those church services. What more do you want me to do? You're different than other guys, and I see that.
I'm sorry, but we're just at different places in our faith, and I think it's better if we just part ways.
Fine, I hope you find someone that fits your standards.
I hope you can find it in your heart.
Get out! Go!
Fino, thankfully, has become a talker due to vlogging, so Junior was able to hang out with him and just listen as Fino unloaded his heart.
Not gonna lie, I think Fino being emotional was worse than seeing Hazel being emotional.
Giving up that relationship hurt like nothing else before. But like Hazel said, I felt a peace and a joy I hadn't felt in such a long time.
I actually started to go to sleep early on Fridays so that I could wake up early on Saturdays to go soul winning. It was a bit hard at first, but God definitely gave me the strength to do it.
Ever since I quit sports and started attending church more faithfully, I noticed that my relationship with God really started to improve, and I didn't no longer felt weighted down or guilty.
I did finally talk to my friends about Jesus, and this time I didn't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I was really proud of Junior. He actually didn't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I just told them straight up that life is not like a video game, where if you died, you'd get sent to the gulag and you could wait for your teammates to bring them back. But I told them that if they died without Jesus, they'd go straight to hell and there's no getting out. I told them how much God loves them, what Jesus did to save them, and that I was praying for them all the time. But that was the last conversation I had with them. They moved schools. I was so bummed. I thought for sure I'd see a victory take place and I would see them get saved. But God does things that are beyond us. His plans are always bigger than us.
God merged mine and Junior's goals together in a way that only God can.
Hey Vicky, are you gonna be here till the end of lunch? Okay, well, I am just gonna head out for a few minutes. I'm gonna grab something to eat. I'll leave the door open for you guys, okay? Have fun.
Lord, I feel so alone right now. It's been 3 weeks and still nobody has showed up. Was this something you really wanted me to do? Or was I wrong? Please bring even just one person in, please. Oh hey, are you guys looking for Miss Almonia? She'll be back.
Oh,
She just
no. We're actually looking for the Bible club. We're kind of new to the school, so we're looking for room C192.
Yeah, but we might have the wrong room. Sorry to bother you.
Oh no, this is the right room. This is the Bible club. Come in. You can take all the pizza you want, right here.
Oh, actually, we just ate, but maybe later.
Oh, okay. So, what school did you guys transfer from?
We're actually siblings, if you couldn't tell, but we used to go to Twalkland Secondary.
Oh, I actually know a person that goes there.
Oh, really? What's his name? Maybe we know him too.
His name is Junior. He's in grade 12, just like me.
Jajabundi?
Yeah. Do you guys know him?
No way.
Well, Junior's actually one of our closest friends from Twalkland. Even though we transferred here, we still hang out time to time. But wait, how do you know him?
We go to the same church. We're from the same youth group.
Oh, youth group. Yeah, he's been trying to invite us, but we've just been so busy, with moving and getting used to the new environment.
Yeah, but ever since this past summer, Junior's been really different. And well, I mean, he's still the same nerdy guy, I'm sure you know, but whenever we're with him, it seems like he almost wants to say something, but he always held back.
It's a long story though, so maybe we should focus on the Bible.
Oh, no, it's okay. He can continue his story.
The reason why we ended up here is because of Junior. Weeks before we found out we had to move, Junior finally told us what was bothering him. He said that he felt really guilty not telling us about Jesus and about God and heaven and all that stuff, but it didn't really make sense and it was kind of confusing. And he told us that we were all wicked people and that we were bound to go to hell. And he tried to explain to us why bad things happen to good people and that...
And yeah, considering that we grew up together, it just felt like it was kind of rude the way he was saying it, especially since it was us.
Yeah, but something happened that same night with our family.
Yeah, our parents had a fight.
Well, our mom told us to pack our bags and that we'd be moving to our cousin's place near here. We were originally going to stay at Twalkland, but we didn't want to make anything else harder for our mom, so we decided to just transfer. Junior's told us that God has a purpose for everything that's been happening, but I just can't really wrap my head around it. I tried to do that prayer stuff and that I even tried to look up stuff about God online, but none of it really made sense.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about what happened.
Don't worry, there's no need to be sorry. And earlier today, this morning, I just found one of your flyers taped to my locker and I just couldn't get it out of my head.
Yeah, actually, we were on our way home because we had a spare block after lunch, but then when we were halfway there, he was like, oh, we have to go. So that's how we came all the way back.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. I'm sure God planned all of this. This is no mistake. Oh, well, lunch is almost over and I have a class to get to. But basically, my plans for Bible Club is that we would start off with a quick game and end off with a short lesson from the Bible. I would love to tell you guys how loving God is and that He has a plan for all of us. And I could even clarify your questions. I have these Bible studies that you guys could look throughout the week. Thanks. And we can discuss it next week right here at the same time.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. We'll come next week for sure. What was your name again?
It's Vicky. What's yours?
I'm Jameson.
Vanya.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys next week.
I could not believe that they actually went to the Bible club. I mean, when I was witnessing to them, they made fun of me a little and brushed it off, so I was sure that they had no interest. So when Vicky told me that they came to her Bible club and retold to me what they had told her, let's just say I almost got emotional. And then they came to our last teen activity and they both got saved. I can't even. God is so good.
I was so thankful that God would use someone like me. I felt like Adoniram Judson, the famous missionary to Burma. He waited 6 years before he finally saw someone turn to Christ. I only had to wait a couple months, and that felt like forever.
Well, I've been going soul winning almost every week now, and Vicky's been my partner. I haven't talked since the last time, which was kind of rough. But let me tell you, this time was good. And I promise I'll tell the real story this time.
So, are you ready?
Yes, I think so. Okay,
let's go.
All right. No, I don't want to go.
Hey, Father, please give Sarah the courage she needs and remind her that this is all for you no matter the outcome. In Jesus' name, amen.
Okay.
Please help me, Lord. 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 Please help me. Lord, please help me, Lord.
Hi, can I help you?
Hi. Hi. We're your neighbors from Gracious Baptist Church, and we're going around the neighborhood, giving out invitations. May I give you one?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, right. Here you go. Okay. Are you interested in spiritual things? I mean, church things, or both? You can be interested in both. I mean, yeah, that thing.
I mean, kind of, because of all the things that are going on right now, I've kind of been thinking about God and, church.
Uh-huh. Well, our church has this Bible study where you can learn a lot about God in a short amount of time. I mean, short, a lot. Yeah. Would you, like one of those?
Sure.
Okay. Well, have a good day. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, what'd you say? Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Yeah. Oh, right. Could we get your contact information so we can come back next time with the next Bible study?
Sure.
Okay. Well, yeah. All right. I did that. Oh, wow. I'm so good. That was awesome. I can't believe I got that door and it was so easy. You did it. Oh, thanks, Vix. You were there the whole time. Oh, I really hope she comes to church and gets saved.
That's true. That's true. She even did the Bible study.
I know. Man, let's do that more often. I hope this next door will be great.
Let's go.
Yeah, and that's basically what happened this past year. Do we miss anything, guys?
I almost forgot. Big congratulations to me for 300,000 followers on Instagram. Quite the accomplishment.
I think he meant the important things.
Yeah.
Haters gonna hate.
Well, I think we covered all the important things that happened. But I think the biggest thing that we learn is that keeping commitments is much easier when it's being done as a team instead of doing it alone.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think any of us could have kept our commitments or followed through with them if left by ourselves. You know, I think it was a collective effort of prayer, accountability, and a lot of teamwork.
And I think the hardest part is taking that first step. It's easy to make a commitment, especially at camp or a youth conference where the Spirit of God is working and the atmosphere of Christ is Christ-centered. But once that atmosphere is gone and you're back in the world, that's when your real character shows. That's where most teams fail, that first step, basically.
Yeah, sometimes in order to take that first step, you're just going to have to give up something that's important to you, or overcome something that's in your way, or just push through in order to keep going for the Lord.
For me, it was learning to trust in the Lord and also ask Him for courage.
For me, it was learning to give up something really important to make sure that God stays on my number one priority.
Yeah, and for me, it was also learning to trust in God for courage. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to give up something that was very precious to me. And as crazy as this sounds, it was only really precious to me when I was outside of God's will. But as soon as I was back in God's will and serving Him, that thing which was so precious to me before just became a distraction, keeping me away from serving God.
See, if you tell us that during your vlogs, I might actually follow you. Maybe.
Yeah, well, actually, I've been pretty convicted lately about my vlogs. You know, I've been using them to promote myself as opposed to promoting God. And I think I'm going to change that in order to lead my followers to Christ and just show them what God's been doing through me.
I'm pretty sure you'll start losing followers though if you start posting about religious content.
I mean, I guess, but you know, what's really more important? 300,000 followers of me, or even 300 followers of Christ?
Okay. Stop twisting my arm, you know? I'll follow you. Don't need to beg.
I don't mean to be a downer, but these commitments that we made in high school are about to change now that we're entering adulthood. Our lives are going to get busier with work, studies, jobs, maybe even building a family. We may not always have each other around like this to keep us in check. So it's important to stay in God's Word daily and to surround ourselves with Christ-minded people as much as we can.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so important, to just ask God for the right job and for the right classmates. We need God's help so much to just keep us in the right situations and the right environment. That'll just keep us closer to God and not farther away from Him. Yeah.
I think that's also another important reason why we should stay faithful to our ministries and church. It's because if we surround ourselves with Christ-minded people and the right influences, the more chances we give ourselves to stay close to Christ.
Yeah. No, I think I speak on behalf of everyone here, but thanks, Vix, for staying faithful throughout this entire year. I know you had your ups and downs and your rough patches, but it's truly due to you for your faithfulness, your willingness, your leadership, everything else together as a whole that really kept us intact throughout the year. You know, obviously it wasn't just you, it was God working through you, but you know, that's just it. God wouldn't have been able to use you if you weren't willing or wanting Him to use you.
Wow, that was pretty
Nice.
good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Thanks. That's a wrap?
Well, I'm kind of tired. Who wants bubble tea?
Yeah, bubble tea.
I really would like some.
Yes. Counting my calories. Okay, come on.
Alright, let's go.
Go.
It's getting a bit tight.
Because y'all gonna be like feeding off each other. Can you go your pants out? I'm just kidding.
actually Nikon 2.8 AFS 24. I can't remember that, lads. It's too much. Nikon 2.8 24. It's actually the Nikon 2.8 24 to 70 millimeter. Faster, Tim. Should have been like iPhone 10.
Oh, no. You gotta specify. Not just the Skittles McFlurry. It's the triple caramel McFlurry. Okay. Triple caramel Skittle McFlurry. What is up, guys? Fino here, back at it again with another vlog. Just want to introduce you to some of the greatest people in the world over here. Yes! Alright guys, your inspirational quote for the day: don't forget to live, laugh, and love.
No one cares, you know.
Alright guys, we'll see you again.